Alrighty, folks. I am back for week 4 for the in-house league that's going on. So as far as I can tell, everybody is setting up right now to go ahead and get in lobbies and so forth. And soon we will be able to go ahead and start watching the games. So I can go ahead and cast them and, have our fun. I knew I forgot to do something. I forgot to tweet it out that I am live. Ah. I do like the music, so that's nice. They are still getting everything together at the moment. It will be up soon, so we can go ahead and start watching games. So I've been really happy with the whole entire new player experience for Dota 2. I'm not entirely surprised, but a little bit that Valve took the time to go ahead and be like, hey, let's figure out something new for the players, and especially with a new influx of players that's probably coming in right now. And I've been seeing a little bit more traction of that. But that the tutorial is not that bad, actually. It's pretty good. Is it as good as Slax's in the communities? Well, I'll put it like this. The Valve tutorial was well thought out and gave you the sheer basics and a good understanding of what it can be. Now, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Now, the community tutorial, I think, is absolutely amazing. It really is a reflection of the silliness of how our community is at times. And given the script that was there and so forth, I think it was absolutely fantastic. So it's really nice to see. Do I feel that we can do better? Yeah, I think we can do better. But how much better is the question? Like, there's always room for improvement, as people would say, you know? And I haven't played it all the way through, but what I have played through, I was like, yeah, this is good. And the Dota 2 tutorial I felt was obviously short, but the overall message was very well thought out. And it kind of scares me when I think about it, because the brevity of the tutorial is kind of like scary. Like, if you can run through the whole entire tutorial from Valve in like less than an hour, like maybe 45 minutes, 30 minutes at most. Well, actually, yeah, like 30 to 45 I think is a good like measurement of it. And I understand where they're coming from with that, so. And the overall like experience of it is cool. The reason why I feel that the community tutorial is much better, or at least feels much better in my opinion, is that there is more interaction from the game or from the tutorial itself with the player. So it's just not like, hey, go here, and it's written in text. And you know, in the community tutorial, you got actual audio cues and audio files like being played, voiced by Slacks and Sunsfan, being like, "Hey, come over here," you know, right click here, you know, that kind of crap, which is really more intuitive for a tutorial experience, as opposed to be like, yeah, just click here, you know, and it's like, oh, ping, you know, and that's something I kind of feel is not as engaging. So it's a little I'm not gonna say it's like a lack of trying. I think it's more along the lines of like that's what they believe would be the best way to communicate and for people to learn. Maybe they feel that voicing or voice actors is a little too distracting for the learning process. But for me, like, I prefer that when you learn a game, you can kind of get like all sorts of learning processes of like how to do it, like text, audio, visual, that kind of stuff, you know? Everybody learns differently. So that's like the crazy part. And the Valve tutorial is not like awful in any way. They actually tell you like, hey, at the very end of it, at least, like, you got through all of the tutorial that we gave you guys. We really recommend that you check out this community tutorial at the very end. And the community tutorial is great because like at the very, very end of it, you know, obviously the shout outs to all the modders and people who contributed, the Patreon, stuff like that. Not only that, they actually are super like informative about like, hey, check out this person's YouTube for guides. And not only that, you know, Slacks and everybody on that team like took great effort to try to find people and had people suggest to them like who's good for the like learning content for the game, so it's just not purge right there, you know. So it's really good, and I'm happy to see that we're all like coming together for new players to like jump on in and, you know, learn the game. So it's not lack of effort from the side of
5 seconds remaining
from Valve, and oh my god.
Dire team ban.
All right, I'm gonna transition so y'all can see. Why the hell is IX Mike's profile picture up there?
10 seconds.
Oh, come on, man.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so check it out. This is week 4. We got Team Welshi versus Team Helsenhin. All right. I'm going in off of the captains. So, the captain spot.
Radiant team banned. Dire team banned.
So they don't want to see an axe from the side of Team Helsenhin,
Dire team picked.
nor do they want to see the Panda Brew. So that means Welshi is got some respect bans there, I guess. No Earth Spirit nor the Dark Willow. So I guess they don't really want to see Grease, Earth Spirit, or Dark Willow. Huh. All right, Spirit Breaker and Ogre Magi are out on to the
10 seconds remaining.
onto the onto the deck.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing at IXMX profile picture. I was not expecting that. Why would you choose this picture as a profile as your team flag banner? Why?
Radiant
Oh
team
man, that's just great. All right, we got a great. Okay, so we got a 3 and 4, maybe a possible 5 setup here. We got Tidehunter is most likely the offlane for Team Welshi. The Spirit Breaker can play either the 4 or the 5. Most likely the 4 for obvious, for not obvious reasons, but for the main reason of his charge. So he can go ahead and just like initiate. Tidehunter can do the follow-up initiate or vice versa. Ogre Magi is a great 5 at the moment. Wait, he's usually run as 4 or a 5 right now, so it's a great pickup because he's one of the very few heroes that you kind of look at everything and be like, hey, maybe I really should run getting a Midas, and this magic wand with clarities is going to be okay for me for the rest of the game until I get my items.
team banned.
So we also have Sky Wrath Mage on the side of the Big Moist Weebs. Come on. Damn it. So Team Helsen.
10 seconds remaining.
I knew I shouldn't read the team name and I read it
5
anyways.
seconds remaining.
Oh, I blame myself for that one. I should have known better. Alright, so Monkey King is taken away.
Dire team
He's no longer going to be on the board. Slark is also banned. And looking at the Ogre Magi and the Sky Wrath Mage setup, it looks pretty good. I mean, like the 4 and the 5 there is strong. You got a stun, you have a in the disable of Ogre Magi, you have a silence, which is really good, which also combines with magic of amplification, ancient seal and all, so that way the Fire Blast and the Ignite can be a little bit more effective from the Sky Wrath Mage. You can also go ahead and transition the Sky Wrath Mage into a mid hero if it's a good matchup. And if you don't want to go ahead and pick a mid hero, when you can go ahead and pick a different position to go ahead and fill that spot out as a 5. Because chances are Sky Wrath is most likely the 5 at this point.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, okay. No
Dire
Sand
team
King
banned.
or the PL. Ooh. So Earthshaker is still kind of a possibility here. And if you're asking for which side, both teams can go ahead and run an
10
Earthshaker.
seconds remaining.
To be brutally honest, the Shaker can be a 5, the Shaker
5
can be a
seconds
3,
remaining.
or a
Radiant
4.
team banned.
For the Dire, it would be most likely a 4. You just have Spirit Breaker be a 5 and just have Spirit Breaker just do Charge of Darkness at everybody. Especially in the off lane consistently. No more Ursa. I guess they don't want to see the Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear.
10 seconds remaining.
Do not confuse the Ursa with the Furbolg.
5 seconds remaining.
Even though, technically speaking, in Dota 1, that's what it was. Furbolgs. They make me laugh. Because they're big like bears. And they're terrible huggers. And I think the best part is like Ursa's stance is like permanently like the way Furballs are. So yeah, it's great.
Radiant team pick.
Why hello there, no more Wraith King.
Dire team pick.
Alright, so the pick here is a Gyrocopter. Alright, so you can go ahead and run Gyrocopter in the mid, or you can run them as a 1. So a 2 or 1 position Gyrocopter is okay. Oh, actually, not only that, you can actually run Gyro as a 5 now. So we technically have 3 different 5s on the team for Team Helzahen. So Gyrocopter is very flexible at the moment. He's either a 1 or a 5 in this meta, which is really neat to see. You get that little extra burst of damage and a non-reliable stun from the Gyrocopter. With Team Welshi, on the other hand, given that there's no Wraith King nor PL, you can actually be a little bit more aggressive here by grabbing... you can grab an AM. And put that in your back pocket as a thought. You know, go ahead and try to bait out the Storm Spirit, and this just got a lot more interesting. So we got 3 big beefy boys on the side of the Dire. All right, Tidehunter and Underlord. Spirit Breaker being just as okay. I'm not gonna say yeah, he can be as beefy as the other 2 big beefy boys, but you know, when it comes down to the watermelon and the... I gotta think about this for a second. What is the thing that we call Underlord? Okay, we just made it very clear from Team Helzahen that they got a counter for all their heroes, especially 3 of them. Timbersaw.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So what I'm looking at right now is interesting, because your mid hero right now can be Underlord, but if he goes mid, he probably is going to run into a Timbersaw. So Team Helzahen can actually go ahead and try to find another 3 if they wanted to, if they feel that the matchup for Timbersaw is going to be good in the middle. It's not often that you see Underlord in playing mid, but it is very, very, very doable when there is a very non-meta hero in the mid. Alright, so they got the Phantom Assassin, which is really good. There are very few heroes that can deal with her well on the side of the Helzahen. So they need to go ahead and figure out what they need, particularly a hero with a break of sorts. Or we can build into a Silver's Edge, honestly. Let's see here. No Puck, no OD. Okay, so maybe Helzahen is thinking they can go ahead and grab a Troll Warlord here, which is not bad, you know.
10
really
seconds
fun.
remaining.
If I was the Dire, as soon as I see the OD being banned out, I'm probably thinking the choice between a Nyx Assassin or getting rid of a Troll Warlord. So
Radiant team ban.
Alright, so they don't want to see a Leshrac in the middle. Or a Leshrac in general. So they used up quite a bit of reserve time on the side of the Dire. Team Wellesley has to be very, very confident in their pick.
10 seconds remaining. Pick.
No Ember Spirit, okay.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Pugna.
Ooh, the Pugna. Alright, so when I look at the Dire's draft, I feel that it is very strong. It has great team fight, it has a good escape.
Remaining.
There's a lot of disruption going on. There's
5
not exactly the
seconds
best
remaining.
lockdown per se, but with just one item from Underlord, it turns into a whole different story. You know, Rod of Ados, and then his Pit of Malice just puts everything upside down. When you also have Pugna, you're forcing the whole entire team of Helzahen to grab BKBs and make Pugna the priority to kill. So you have to go ahead and stun him, you have to go ahead and silence him, which makes it a lot more difficult to go ahead and lock down the Phantom Assassin. So it's quite intriguing about that. I really want to say you can go ahead and grab a stronger carry for the late game. Morphling kind of sort of comes to mind, but there's not exactly a lot of great heroes.
Choose your hero.
So that's fine that they go ahead and grab Pugna. I mean, the Queen of Pain. What? Jamie? Okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. So we got Cat Chef on the Spirit Breaker. Jamie's gonna be on the Tide Hunter. Welshie's gonna be on the Underlord. Stardust will be picking up PA. And we got Wolf 210 on the Pugna. So Pugna is gonna be the support in this game, if I understand correctly. Which leaves B-Jack Honeydew on the Gyrocopter with Rob Boss on Queen of Pain. Agrees
10
most likely going to be the
seconds
Timbersaw. I bet Shove will be on the Skywrath Mage,
5 seconds
allowing
remaining.
Helzahen to be on the Ogre Magi. Man, I keep forgetting I should have gotten that Gyrocopter set. I really like the baby missile, so... Oh well. Missed out on it. Sadness. It's fine. No big deal. Alright, with that being said, let me go ahead and, as soon as we get into the game, pause out the music that we're listening to. By the way, if you really like the music, the links are going to be in the chat, and you can go ahead and check them out. Also, it can be a paid service, but they also have a free version of Pretzel Rocks, where you can go ahead and just flat out just use their free service, which is perfectly fine. Otherwise, it's $15 a month. And of course, I'm not sponsored by Pretzel Rocks. I just really, really enjoy their service because they give you free royalty music. Or royalty-free music, sorry. Alright, and here we go. Let's go ahead and free-cam this. Las Gitanas.
Ay, me! almost trust you.
I shall not report you.
Okay, so it kind of feels like Helzahen's going to be hanging out with Gree up top. And Shove is going to be the support. Oh, wait. Huh, wait a second. No, I feel Ogre Man. Well, actually... yeah, I believe the Helzahen's going to be the support this game, sorry. I'm just looking at the Skywrath Mage being the 4. Kind of... it's not that it kind of makes sense, it makes sense. Okay. Seeing that Raw Boss, yeah, he has his obs words, so. Okay. There's the PA. Hidden between like 2 or 3 different people. Right, so Bugna's going to be playing the mid in this game. Underlord is going to be on the off lane. We also have Time Hunter there as well. Chances are Spirit Breaker is most likely playing the 5. And Stardust is going to be playing on PA.
We'll turn this
Guess they're doing a
time to
4-man
our
run
advantage.
at bottom right now. Okay, so it feels like that's an easy concede for Team Helzahen to go ahead and be like, okay, let's just go ahead and give up these 2 runes on bottom, and we'll go ahead and take the top 2 runes at the top.
30 seconds to battle.
I really thought... Oh, I see what they're gonna... Okay, this makes a lot more sense now. So, well, she's going to be alone up top, and it feels like they're going to do a tri-lane on bottom to go ahead and try to put pressure onto B-Jack Honeydew while simultaneously giving farm to their PA and Stardust.
The battle begins.
Here comes the charge. There's the dagger. And... Ooh, Jamie was able to outclick there. So he's able to go ahead and pick up 2 runes for his team. Well, 1 rune, obviously. Well, not 2 runes, I'm sorry. 1 rune. Quite a bit of damage there. Rocket Barrage was able to help out a bit. There's also the Ignite. Out comes the Gush. They're trying to see if they can take him down for first blood, and they'll be able to.
First victim.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Alrighty. That Blightstone helped out quite a bit. So PA doesn't really necessarily have to pick it up as a first item, the first initial items, but can later pick it up if Stardust wanted to. But chances are it's most likely going to be just the BF build for right now. Over on top, it doesn't feel like there's too much going on because it seems like this tri-lane down here is going to be taking all the action at the moment. But let's go ahead and check up top anyways. Okay, 2 teammates.
I said no.
They're going to be going at each other head to head. Shove is on the side here to go ahead and do a little bit of harass. Getting charged on from Kathy, from the looks of things. Nice little angle going from behind so it doesn't get detected too much. Oh, canceled up on the charge though. Gonna go ahead and try to sneak on through. Yeah. Did he get caught out with any wards? Nope. So the problem with being a Timbersaw in the offlane is that you kind of sort of need to have a lot of reactive armor. And there's a charge from Cat Chef right now, and down goes the Timbersaw. And oh, can they go ahead and get the retaliation kill here? Oh, no, the courier. Don't let the courier die. Oh, and it's no. Shove is able to go ahead and take care of that as well. Over in the mid lane, we got Raw Boss being harassed out of lane by 210. 210 right now has been doing pretty well. He is calling for his courier at the moment, and let's see what's going to be on there. A bottle. Nothing new there. Well, in terms of getting items being delivered to you right away, given the last hits and everything, they seem pretty more or less even
Radiant's middle
Steven.
tower is
Except
under
for the
attack.
deny area. The deny area is in the favor of Pugna by 2 creeps, so it's kind of important to figure out which 2 creeps it would
Too
be.
bad.
Chances are it's just melee creeps. But if he was able to go ahead and deny the 2 range creeps. Oh, down on bottom. What did I... Jamie, you make me sad sometimes. I'm in the middle of casting here. Don't die on me abruptly. Alright. Okay, so it feels like it's not the range creeps that he denied, but more along the lines of the melee creeps. But he's trying his best to go ahead and do so. He's harassing quite well with his Q. You know, his Nether Blast. Okay. I feel if you're gonna go ahead and run a duo lane with a Timber Saw facing off with an Underlord who's all by himself, you're actually better off to just go ahead and... Oh, nice little D word there. Better off going ahead as a support to stay on the side, stay out of XP range, so that way they can go ahead and stay on par with levels until like level 3, or you can go ahead and just pull on the side there. Oh, Stardust. Nice little choice there. Not giving himself up to B-Jack Honeydew.
Her name.
Shove finishing Stardust, but you know, it's kind of like what you have to do at this point. You know? So I kind of feel that the Skywrath griefed his own Timber Saw on the top lane a bit. He is pretty much a whole entire level behind. And Welshie's going to be very close to level 5. As soon as that level 5 hits, it's not going to look pretty. Not at all. Because like the best thing about being Underlord, if you're on the solo lane, you can go ahead and just do what you want to do. Get free levels. You're already level 5. He's about to hit level 4 as soon as he gets this one last creep here. There you go. Over in the mid lane, I did miss the death here, but 210 got taken out by Rob Boss. Rob Boss is waiting on that rune. He's going to go ahead and try to sneak it right now. And a DD.
Worthy tribute.
I'm kind of feeling Rob Boss can go ahead and be a little aggressive here against a level 2 Spirit Breaker, but he advises himself or herself against that. Here comes the charge. There's the dagger to slow down the shove. They're going to go ahead and try to see if they can finish this job. Needed to go ahead and use Gush and then the dagger for the finish. Just so they can get Shove off the board for right now. Alright. Okay, so Maelstrom's in the future for the Gyrocopter here. Not a bad choice. Really good for the last hitting aspect of things and shoving out lanes. You know, Gyro is naturally a great pusher with just his abilities, but as soon as you can go ahead and put that Maelstrom on him, he just becomes a pushing king. So that's something that I think he took into consideration against the Dire team right now. Team Welshie. Mainly for the fact that, you know, they don't have the strongest anti-push in the world. They have one hero who is arguably the best pusher in this game. Well, the second best pusher in this game. Alright, so a lot of tipping going on. I believe that one went... Let's hear. Can I actually hit buttons? No. So 210 was able to go ahead and take out Rob Boss, so 1 for 1 in the middle. And let's take a look at the net worth at the moment. Ooh, interesting.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So those
Radiant
last hits came
structures
out to
are
be
fortified.
very fruitful for the Pug now. You know, the four denies and the 25 last hits. Let's just go over net worth. So Welshie's very content at the moment to go ahead and just keep things very simple. You know, keep the creeps off of his tower. Just continuously keep regenerating himself, and that's it. Alright. They were able to go ahead and take out
Radiant's middle
Jamie.
tower has fallen.
Okay, sorry. And unfortunately, Jamie's going to be going for I'm not saying unfortunately he's going to go for the Orb of Corrosion. I'm saying unfortunately he was taken out, so in response he's going to go ahead and get himself an Orb of Corrosion. Yeah, so the PA is going to be focusing on getting the Battle Fury. Not surprised here that they're going to go ahead and start swapping lanes between the two teams. So we have an Observer Ward placed on top of a Sentry. Oh, that's very bad news. Okay, so they can go ahead and apply a lot of pressure at this point. So here comes the Charge of Darkness. There's a Pit of Malice coming out. They're going to go ahead and throw down the Firestorm and the Rocket Barrage. Able to go ahead and take out the Spirit Breaker. And then in response, it's going to be a creep. And it's going to kill the Gyrocopter. So that's going to be a split between Welshie and Jamie. Stardust right now seems to be okay. I mean, Stardust is just letting Gree have the lane. And Stardust is going to have his portion of the lane as well. I mean, like, this is not bad. I would have preferred the Voidstone not be there and be a Ring of Health. Because right now, they are pushing the living daylights out of this bottom tower right now. Okay, they are focusing severely on this shove. And they're going to go ahead and move away from it. So in response, they're going to go ahead and TP top. They have the magic. Yep, I believe that is the homing missile going in on Stardust. Throwing out the Chakram. Here comes the TP from the rest of the team. Oh, the Dire. Can they save him just in time? No, the Chains was able to go ahead and get him. Oh man, they TP'd all for in response for this. Welshie's gonna go ahead and walk away because he's really low on health. Gree is trying to go ahead and make some space for the team, but here comes the 17%. Out comes the Nether Blast. Down he goes. That is a great response for killing your PA, but they were also able to go ahead and get the Gyrocopter in the meantime. So they were able to go ahead and get a tower on bottom. Not only were they able to go ahead and get the tower on bottom, they defended their tower up top while killing the carry on bottom. But you did lose your PA in that fight. It's not the greatest feeling in the world, but when you have a pushing team like this and you can go ahead and really apply pressure on anywhere in the map that you want, it makes things so much easier for the PA. You know your win condition at this point. You sacrifice all of your, I don't want to say all of your farm, but a good amount of it. Oh, there's the Scream. And down goes the Spirit Breaker. They're going to go ahead and stun it out. And Ancient Seal, the Tidehunter. There's the chain to go ahead and finish him off. So that's kind of not good. Because they made such an aggressive move up top with all four going there, I felt that now the bottom portion of the map is controlled, not let's say officially controlled on the Dire side, but is heavily favored for the Dire side, which more or less means you can go ahead and start applying more pressure on top, and you stay there as 4 together, if not 5 if you have the PA. I feel that that is a mistake from the side of the Dire. They could have really taken that top tower, or at least contested it quite well. Now, in response, you're actually lost your tower on the top here, when you could have been controlling it for your side. To make this worthwhile, honestly, Welshie needs to be in lane right now and just aggressively pushing with another teammate of his. So maybe Wolf 210 can be there to help him out. Tidehunter has to be over there as well. I kind of feel that this is not entirely... Oh, wait. He is not doing what I thought he was doing. He's not griefing his PA. He's actually helping him out. There's the missile coming in. There's the Rocket Barrage. They're going to go ahead and stun up the Pugna, and down he goes.
Exquisite.
He was caught out a little too far. Just a little bit. Tiny bit. A little too far. Well, now's a good time to go... I think that would have been a good time for him to go ahead and cut lane. So now... it's going to be TPing out, at least forced to. Now he's going to be focusing on getting Gree right now, who's going to be able to be shoved out of the Pit of Malice and going to be chained away. That's unfortunate to see something like that. Usually your 17% helps quite a bit, but in that case it hurt him, you know. Good old Bash. Oh, it's called Greater Bash. Okay. I guess Slardar gets the bash in the game or something. Only. Okay, I see the plan that they're doing here, and that's actually quite smart. Okay. Alright, over here on bottom, here comes the Charge of Darkness from the Spirit Breaker. They're going to go ahead and stun on in. Out comes the stuff. Out comes the stuff. Well, she was silenced up. There's the Rod of Ados to go ahead and lock down the B-Jack Honeydew. Out comes another blast. There's the Scream to take out 210. Well, she's really not in the greatest position here. Unfortunately, he had no more backup there.
Did you say stop?
So, down they go. Man, that Sonic Wave is just absolutely... that's a nightmare to deal
Dire's
with.
bottom tower is under attack.
And
Dire's
I really
structures are
felt like the
fortified.
Dire had a lot of this game in control. And as soon as they kind of gave up that push on top, it just flip-flopped. Like, utterly flip-flopped. Wolf 210 throwing out the wards. Here comes the Pit of Malice. They're going to go ahead and try to keep someone in place. I saw the Rod of Ados being thrown out, but I think it missed. There's the bash, and then another strike. Seeing if they can go ahead and get Grease, throwing out the Chakram. There's another blast again. Out comes the dagger. No, they're going to go ahead and charge on Rob Boss. He's not in the greatest position. They're going to go ahead and Rod of Ados and the Light Drain. Go ahead and finish him off. There's a stun. There's a Chakram. And in comes that. Oh, Pit of Malice with another blast. Going to go ahead and turn him into a ghost here. And they're going to keep draining his life away. Nice and slow. There's another bash. There's a Firestorm. And down goes Welshi. I mean, Gree. Down goes Gree. Jesus Christ.
Radiant's top
So
tower
easy
is
for me
under
to
attack.
mix up those two. And in the meantime, we got Jamie hunting down Helzen. Helzen being charged on. They're trying to slow him down quite a bit. Oh, there's some bloodlust going on for the tower to help out with the attacks here.
Is under attack.
But unfortunately, he gets caught out, which means they can go ahead and actually push this tier 2. Are they going to? Is that the question? Aha. Oh, the PA did find Stardust. Stardust is being slowed down by the dagger. He's going to go ahead and blink to the opposite end there. Not entirely...
Suffer, fools.
Radiant's bottom
Not
tower
entirely
is
sure what
under
the
attack.
plan was there, but I felt that he wanted to go ahead and jump in on that to go ahead and just pick up the last hit on the creep. So I don't think that worked out too well, unfortunately. He was hoping to crit on the creep, so he can get some last gold before he dies. I think he recognized that he was going to be going down anyways. So, the Sonic Wave was not used there. Out comes another blast to go ahead and take down this tier 2 little by little. They're sieging this quite slowly. The Nether Ward is out.
Dire's top tower is
So that's
under
a-
attack.
That is super annoying. Kind of feel like they are going to be trading towers right here. If they can actually take this tier 2 tower quickly, there is no glyph. Oh, if they can catch someone out here right now, like they are with Helzen. Oh, can they get the return kill? Yes, they are able to go ahead and do so. Shove was able to go ahead and get it. Oh, man.
Radiant
Yikes.
structures are fortified.
All right. So at least they get one responding here for a TP. Wolf 210 is a good person to go ahead and defend this tower. On the bottom side, Jamie's going to go ahead and pincer above. Okay, well, she's going to give up on this. He's going to go ahead and Dark Rift up top. So they can go ahead and put a... I was thinking they were going to do a chase, but... it feels like it's hunting instead. Or more like they're changing tactics for the push. I feel like that's what they're going to do. Alright, Stardust is actually going to be able to go ahead and finally finish up the Battle Fury about like 17 minutes into the game. 17-ish, 17-20. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not ideal. Oops, that's last hits. My bad, folks. Definitely not ideal. But given the circumstances and how long this gyro is going to take to get online, you have a really decent shot. Like, your window of opportunity to go ahead and catch up in this game is right here, right now. You finish up your Battle Fury, be very smart about how you're going to rotate around the map, avoid this bottom ward over here, and stay out of sight. You know, your triangle, farm in this area, take that bottom tier 2 tower with your team, you'll be good to go. Nice and Gucci. You know, pick up that BKB, and I think you'll be fine. You know, that's kind of like what you need for your win condition. Your BKB is a little bit more important than your Desolator, in my opinion. You know, I know you can blow everyone up in like 2 shots, but still. And they have eyes on Helzen. There comes the Spirit. Here comes Spirit Breaker with his charge. But a Malice, another Blast. And the Life Drain that got interrupted because of the stun. And there's a Sonic Wave to go ahead and take out Helzen. Oh, there is another strike. And the 70% to go ahead and knock him into. Oh, and the Ravage. Oh, come on. That changed the game. And Grease showed up to go ahead and kill his counterpart in lane. And saying, come on. Fight me. Oh, man. You want to talk about a game-changing or game-saving gank right there? It would be Jamie with the Ravage showing up at the right moment, hiding in the trees, and goes, Ravage. Rawr. It wasn't the, like, 5-man Ravage that you want, but it was strong enough to go ahead and turn that gank from a failure into a success. So they did a great job there from Jamie to go ahead and save that. You know, it was looking pretty good, and then it got caught out with the with Rob Boss showing up at the last second and almost ruining everything with a Sonic Wave. So I mean, like, it really could have gone either way. Like, if Jamie wasn't there with the Ravage, definitely would have been a massive disaster. So, as you can see, because of that quote-unquote failed gank, right? You have the PA still 1500 up on the gyrocopter, but not that far behind from the Queen of Pain and Rob Boss. So, you know, net worth-wise, he can catch up pretty quickly. I really do feel that... Ooh, Aghanim Shards. Is that the Phantom? Yeah, it's the Phantom Knives. Okay, so I really do feel that if he goes ahead and grabs his BKB now, and given the strength of how great the pushing lineup is, as soon as he gets that BKB, they can go ahead and rush any lane that they want, take down the towers, activate that BKB, and just run at the team and catch out any stragglers that they can find. If they can ideally get Rob Boss in the first initial, you know, attack in that push, then, you know, it'd be great. Not entirely sure if Rob Boss accidentally hit the Dark Rift on that, but nope, there's a hasted Wolf 210 looking to go ahead and kill Gree, but Gree is chaining in different directions. Well, she's coming back to reinitiate on this fight. They do have Gree being charged up. The life drain is there. It's going to go ahead and Timber Chain away. While all of that is going down, they were able to go ahead and take out Jamie, and they're still taking out, and they finally do. There is a Sonic Wave to go ahead and try to finish the job on 210, and they did take out the Gyrocopter. They have Spirit Breaker silenced up at the moment, so he does go down. That is a great Ancient Seal from Shove. The Blink Forward from Rob Boss. There's going to be the Orchid. Out comes the ultimate from the Skyrat that I forgot, and down goes the Underlord. Oh, Mystic Flare.
Radiant structures are
How I hate you.
fortified. Radiant's
So
bottom
much.
tower is under attack.
Okay. So Stardust is opting for the Desolator over the BKB. He's really focused on that. They're going to go ahead and try to take down the catapult there, so that way the this tower still stands. It feels like Team Helzahan does not want to give up on this top lane push, so they're going to go ahead and regroup a little bit over in the triangle, figure stuff out, come up with a new game plan, and go ahead for attempt number 2. The Invis rune is available for anybody who can be able to pick it up, and there's no wards covering that area, so first come, first serve. I do like the choice in getting the Aghanim Scepter on Rob Boss, who's going to go ahead and blink right into the Invis rune. Oh, nice choice. Okay, so the Aghanim Scepter is basically increased damage and
Dire's
decreases the
middle tower
cooldown.
is
That's
under attack.
great news. Gree and Welshie saying hi to each other one more time. Are gonna go ahead and play footsie in the trees. And Gree said, enough of this. No more hiding from me. I'm gonna go ahead and force you to use your spells. So he's gonna go ahead and Dark Rift home, is it? Yep, Dark Rifting home. Into a different lane. Oh no! Oh, that is not good news for Jamie. He got caught out in the wrong side of town. Well, all of that was going on top, you know. Let me see here. No Sonic Wave being used, so it kind of feels like the Mystic Flare was used instead in its place, so they were able to actually go ahead and lock down Jamie and take him out. Jamie's not the most tankiest hero at the moment, given that his whole entire build is surrounded around
Dire's
being a
structures
debuffer
are
more than
fortified.
anything else.
Dire's
So they're going to
top
put up a
tower is
few
under
wards up
attack.
so they can get some more vision here, figure out where the best place to flank is. Unfortunately, they did not choose the best place because they are getting counter ganked at the moment. Oh my god, there's the Nether Strike. They're trying to keep Welshie in place. Down goes the Ogre Magi already, and they finish the job on poor Gree. They do have vision. That's the important part. They chose the wrong attack angle, and that just opened the floodgates for the Phantom Assassin to just murder them all. And, you know, in the Skyrath's defense, you know, how are you supposed to see the PA coming in from the main base with a dagger that's going to crit you almost instantaneously? With 3 down, there's no contest from the side of the Radiant. Because, you know, it's not a good idea. Oh my gosh, and they had double damage to boot? Oh, that feels bad. That is a real feels bad. Right now, I would be telling Stardust, forget about the BKB, you have Aegis, go ahead and get your shards and then work on finishing it afterwards. You know, because, like, it is... Phantom Knives is almost broken. Like, check this out. PA releases sharp blades around her in a 550 AoE, dealing 12% of the victim's max health on impact and applies a break for 3 seconds. Come on. That shard is freaking ridiculously good. You know? Honestly, I think they need to give the Nyx Assassin back his break, but with his shard he gets his break back on his ultimate, so that's just me.
Bounty.
You know, I really feel like if you do that, Nyx Assassin's going to be coming back into the meta again, which is really good for that hero, by the way. You get a lot of versatile lineups with him. Alright, so no more tier 2 tower on the bottom. You're going to go for the Dagon build? Okie dokie, Pugna. That's actually not bad. You also have Boots of Travel, so you can go ahead and push and split push any lane that you would like quickly. Let's see here. What else are you building? Spirit Vessel, a great choice to go ahead and counteract Timber Saw. That's something I would expect. Debuffing Tide Hunter, that is really good with the Gush. And... uh-oh. Did my game crash? It kind of looks like it crashed. Or I got kicked from the game. So, let me go ahead and try to get back in real quick. Alrighty, and it did.
Radiant's
And
bottom
did I go through
tower is
everybody
under
already?
attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, this isn't looking good. Everything's kind of frozen. I have a connection problem. No. No connection problem. Come back. I have no connection problem. It is all nothing but lies. Alright. Here we go one more time. Okay. Alright, I believe I covered everybody on the side of the Dire, so let's go ahead and try to cover some more items on the side of the Timber Saw, sorry, of Gree, Team Gree. Alright. So we have an Internal Shroud, Lotus Orb, okay, so that's not too bad. The BKB is on hold. Well, not on hold, but being built at the moment. Let's see here. Alright, the exit was finished. BKB is on the list. BKB also on that list. Oh, after he got Ag, so that's really good for him. That's good news for the team. Skywrath Mage got the Rotted Ados. Looking for that Aether Lens. Oh, they're going to go ahead and try to catch out Gree, and they were able to go ahead and do so with the Firestorm. And a whole bunch of other right clicks there. So, I believe they're on the timer right now, at this point. As long as the PA has not lost her Aegis, yes, that's really good news. Oh, the BKB is finished. So, pretty much right now, it's, you're really focused on the high ground defense. They're going to go ahead and use the Sonic Wave to clear out that creep wave. To go ahead and try to keep this tier 2 up as much as possible. The Sonic Wave is not that far from coming off of cooldown with a decreased time. Thanks to the Ags. So it's pretty much right now a race to get rid of this tier 2 tower while your Pugna is being destroyed. So I would call that a worthy sacrifice from 210. Force out that glyph so that way the high ground defense is a little bit easier to go ahead and crack. Move together as 4. Are they going to get... Are they really going to... Alright, so they're going to go ahead and force Welshi to go ahead and Dark Rift. So they were unable to catch him out. You know, great choice to go ahead and stay there. And by doing so, it really gives the rest of the team of the Dire to go ahead and have a nice escape route. Alright. Oh, Gree's going to go ahead and try to Timber Chain in on this. Oh, there's the Orchid. They're going to go ahead and try to keep him in place because of all the slows. And it seems like Jamie wants to stick around as well. He doesn't want his poor little... you know, Cat Chef to die all alone. He's gonna go ahead and kite them back to his base. Oh man, talk about space creation in the wrong direction. But it's the name of the game to go ahead and misdirect the other team in front of you, so that way they don't find your core. Your main core, in fact. Alright, 210 playing on the sides of the trees here. Pushing very, very cautiously from the looks of things. He doesn't want to go ahead and make the same mistake twice. But he is kind of forced to do this.
Bottom tower is under attack.
You know. Alright. Oh, shove. He feels like he can go ahead and get Welshi. The Arcane Rune. Oh, hello. They can really take advantage of this. Oh, as I was saying that, they respond just in time to go ahead and catch out 210. I think the best thing for 210 at that point really was to go ahead and do like every other wave. If you're going to go ahead and push from the trees. So that way they don't come back in response like right away. And when you do the every other wave, they're most likely to see the first wave being that you skipped being empty. So they stick around for a moment. Once it's gone, they're like, okay, I don't feel like they're going to be sticking around. So we're going to go ahead and move on. So you wait a little bit, then you go ahead and re-engage on the lane pushing there, because then at that point you made them waste a TP, which is good. So you getting caught out is leading to this mid-tower defense that with 2 heroes that has Bob Ross and Gree trying to siege this slowly. They are pinging out Jamie. They do see him. Jamie's like, what? Come on. Stop it. This is silly. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and try to re-engage here some more. Trying to poke and prod against each other. Rob Boss not giving a care. He is going to go ahead and try to right-click that tower down little by little. It's now about 50%. Alright, with a little bit of help from B Jack Honeydew. Oh, there's the missile. Out comes the Chakram. They're going to go ahead and keep 210 in place. The Mystic Flare is not enough. The BKB is activated. Out comes the Sonic Wave. And there is the finish on to the Spirit Breaker. They're going to go ahead and, oh my lord, just absolutely annihilate poor Helzen. Oh, Gree thinks he's going to be able to escape. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. He's going to go ahead and try to TP on out, but Jamie with his gush is able to go ahead and finish that job. Okay. What a great
Radiant's middle tower is
mid-tower
under attack.
defense into an offensive push. Oh, out comes the Sonic Wave.
Radiant's middle tower has
Barely. Oh, almost had Jamie. Jamie barely survived. Man, that gush turning into like a little tidal wave is so great once you get it. I keep forgetting. What is that cosmetic on his arm? Okay.
Radiant's top tower
That is
is
a really
under
cool
attack.
cosmetic. More Cthulhu-ish. Okay. So they did realize that they had a chance at the tier 4s, but with Jamie being that low, they decided to go ahead and skip against it and just walked away and reset the map for themselves. So that's why they went ahead and just started farming up all the creep camps that they could get quickly on the Radiant side of the map. Which is not the worst thing you can do, it's the safest thing you can do, which in turn leads you to doing better decision making. Okay, so you really want to go ahead and just apply pressure where you feel like it is needed. He is being slowed down from the dagger. Okay, Stardust is going to go ahead and take out Rob Boss, and the failed attempt on finishing Welshi with the Mystic Flare doesn't help out too much. There's the ultimate from B Jack Honeydew. They're able to finish the job on Welshi finally. The Chakram slowing down the Cat Chef, and they're able to go ahead and take him down. Alright, so far they're trying to go ahead and get Stardust. He's going to go ahead and re-engage. Doesn't have Ravage available because the BKB is down. And, oh no, Gree is right there. Can he get the Rampage? I think he got the Rampage. Oh. That was amazing right there. You know? Seeing Jamie on the top of that staircase being like, hey, I'm gonna chill right here and wait. You bait him towards me. I'm gonna go ahead and ravage. You take all the kills. I'll just chill, relax, do nothing.
Radiant's
All
top
yours,
tower
buddy.
is under attack.
Man, that is a little demoralizing if you were the Radiant. You were coming back into this game quite a bit, you know? You took a really good team fight up top. Everything was looking dandy. And you bit off a little bit more than you could chew. You forgot the whole entire Tide Hunter was there, and all of it kind of sort of went sideways afterwards. So Stardust, with the great kiting skills and the help from Jamie, was able to go ahead and finish off that team fight with a Rampage. So, cue that one up for a highlight. Oh yeah, I should do that. Highlight. Okay, so if you're the Dire at this point, you no longer have the Aegis. You are thinking to yourself, what do we do? What do we do as a team? Well, you can do several things actually. You can go ahead and tell, you know,
Gold for me.
our Underlord here to go ahead and pick a lane and shove it. Shove it into the Radiant side and run away. Which is good. That's what you need. Control the map, go on an expedition, smoke up, use someone as bait. Alright? Use someone as bait. Not preferably 210, even though he is a good candidate for this.
Illusion.
Honestly, 210's not a bad choice. I'm just saying. He isn't like the best candidate for obvious reasons. Roshan is up. Oh, they were smoked up for this. They found Gree. In comes the missiles. They're going to go ahead and try to fight this all on out. And man, Cat Chef is in a really bad spot. Uses the Nether Strike to go ahead and push back B-Jack Honeydew. The PA is low on health a bit, even with the BKB up. Jamie is going to go ahead and man fight this. He's throwing out some daggers, but he's going to go down to B-Jack Honeydew from the looks of things. Oh, no, it's going to be shoved. And they're going to go ahead and re-engage on B-Jack Honeydew for the kill. Oh, that Pit of Malice really, really screwed that gyro. Man, that is just unfortunate for the team of the Radiant. Man. Ooh. But this kind of opens up Roshan. You do have 2 buybacks available, one from the side of the side of the Dire. So if you could go ahead and re-engage, now is the time to do it. Call out for those buybacks and re-engage. Rob Boss is right there. There's the Mystic Flare, and there out comes the Sonic Wave. Well, you know, like the cooldown is like available. Like you could challenge for it. I really felt like if you're gonna go ahead and try to do something with that, you know, use one of your couriers to run in and see if it's available and try to contest it. But you know, you did have 2 buybacks available. So I guess they were debating whether or not they can go ahead and win that Roche fight. Because, like, Ravage was not available. They didn't have any more team fight. BKB was down. I kind of felt like that was a good opportunity for them to do that. And oh my god. Stardust just instantly wipes Shove off of the board. Jesus. That coup de grace, man. That coup de freaking grace. Level 25, triple strike. Okay, alright. You know, I mean, like, holy moly. Yeah, that just, Jesus. Oh, okay. What do we got here? Well, she TPing top to bring down Jamie. Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and swap heroes and lanes for the pushing. Okay. That's actually pretty good. First off, I believe if you take a look at the buybacks here, the buyback is not available on the Pugna. And he's 1,000 gold off from it, honestly. So if he was to go ahead and get caught out right now, not the greatest in the world, which is actually quite awful, honestly. So having him split push on his own so he can go ahead and grab his buyback gold that he needs is actually really productive for him. But I guess he got too scared because he just joined up with the rest of his team. So I think he's going to be like, I'm going to chill back here with you guys. We push all together and I get passive gold from that. But, man, every single time I talk about anything when it comes to buybacks or like trying to make the right, no, not the right play, but the safest decision-making plays that you can do, it's like we're going to be reckless and just do what we need to do because he got his level 4 Dagon recipe. Alright, we got Cat Chef streaking across the map. Let's go on this journey because they're going to go ahead and Dark Rift on top of him. Well, I wouldn't have stopped. But I guess they decided to be stopping so that way not half the team is on the lower ground when he's near the area of a hill. Oh boy. Ooh, Stormcrafter. That can be really useful. Alright, where's that Quap? Rob Boss hiding in the trees, making sure that he doesn't get caught out. Because if he gets caught out at this point, it is very much a horrible thing. I could eat a colossal squid. So Rob Boss making a really nice conservative play here. Yeah, spell block. What the? That's when? How? Maybe it was left over. Who has Lincolns? Yikes. Oh no. They were able to go ahead and get Hell's Ahead. That lane is shoved in. Oh, can Rob Boss cut the wave? He's able to go ahead and at least get a few creeps,
Radiant's
and that's
middle tower
terrible
is
news.
under attack.
You need to get all the creeps,
Radiant's middle tower has
you know,
fallen.
just so you can go ahead and at least get backdoor protection of things. And with the buyback, Shotgun is out. There's the Nether Blast to finish off the racks. BKB being used here. They're going to be focusing on nothing but objective gaming at the moment. Out comes a whole bunch of ignites. They have the Ancient Seal being applied to Cat Chef, and they were able to go ahead and finish off the job with the Mystic Flare. B-Jack Honeydew, it was in trouble, but the Sonic Wave pushing back Stardust. But here comes the Ravage. Unfortunately, did not get Rob Boss in that because of the BKB, but they were able to go ahead and get the Reclamation on the Aegis for the PA. They're still setting her up. They're going to go ahead and silence her up. There's the Mystic Flare. Can they finish the job? And they're able to do so. Oh, they got a good defense going on right now. Jamie is trying to escape. He's able to go ahead and TP on home. 210 was completely forgotten this whole entire fight. And what did he do? Was able to go ahead and take out the... Oh my gosh. The bottom last tier 3 tower and all of that mess. Alright. I keep seeing Lincolns and I must be going crazy. So who has the Lincolns? I'm going crazy. I don't see Lincolns.
It's all so clear to me now.
Oh man. That hurts. That hurts. Oh god, they're all tipping Gree. That was a great tower defense. You bought back and you got caught out. That's just terrible, terrible news. Terrible, terrible timing. Like, I'm trying to figure out who has the... I'm going insane, aren't I? I really am. Because someone has the Lincolns. I saw the spell block. Like, what the... Am I...
Dire's middle tower
Okay,
is
no,
under
I'm not
attack.
going crazy when it comes to that kind of items. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and move on forward. Rob Boss trying to finish the job. The homie missile won't be there in time. I'm trying to figure this out. I swore I saw Lincoln's in an item with a spell block, so... How? Like, how? I'm going insane here. I'm driving myself insane. This isn't healthy for me, people. Here comes the charge of darkness onto B-Jack Honeydew. They're able to go ahead and catch him out. Can they finish the job? No, they're not able to finish the job onto the Skywrath Mage. But there's plenty of time for them to go ahead and finish this job. They're pushing real hard for this for this top lane right now. They don't care. They want this murdered. They want this finished. They want to go ahead and get mega creeps. They're forcing Rob Bass back to base, even though he was pushing the top tower. No backdoor protection is activated yet because the creeps are in their base. Oh no, all of it is down. The bottom racks is exposed. They have not that many buybacks, do they?
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Oh boy. They only have one and it's on Rob Boss. So they have to give up the range barracks there. Oh, another spell block. I'm okay, I'm going insane. I don't see how she's getting it.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Oh.
are under attack.
Talent tree, of course. I'm a friggin' idiot. Oh my god, Rob Boss trying to 5v1 everybody right there. Able to go ahead and buy back. Welsh with the Dark Rift. They can't finish the job there, but oh my gosh, they were able to go ahead and get the Mega Creeps at this point. So they're going to go ahead and try to secure the win right now by getting the Mega Creeps. I was driving myself insane trying to figure everything out. Dear Lord. Where's the spellback coming from? Oh, it's a level 25 talent. Jeez. The last place I look, of course. Okay.
Gold for me.
Huh. Oh my. Oh my god.
This should make my life easier.
Yeah. Octarine Core on Jamie.
Is mine.
Oh, well, 210, why? Why? Even his own team is tipping him. Oh my gosh, 210, you just bite off as much as you'd like to chew on, but sometimes you just can't finish eating what you chew on. Oh boy. So this is going to be very, very intriguing how this is all going to go down. Let's see here. Anchor smash increases... Wait. Learn to read. Increases anchor smash damage by 90 and it causes its effect on buildings. Okay. And the cooldown is reduced by 1. Ooh. So basically it went from like a 3-second cooldown down to 2 seconds. Okay, cool. That's not bad at all. They are able to find B-Jack Honeydew. They're going to go ahead and Dark Rift and try to finish this off, and they're able to go ahead and do so. Alright, there's a dagger right there, stunning Hazahen in place. Buyback is not available on the gyrocopter. So it kind of feels like you're kind of stuck in your base.
Haste.
Alright. Alright, they're trying to safely do this, but unfortunately, when you have Stardust on the PA, he's just gonna go ahead and just launch everything at you. Just throw dagger, blink on in, fan of knives, and just demolish everyone in place. Yay! There's a celebration. There you go. We got GG's thrown out. Congratulations, Team Welshie. You guys got the first win. Let me go ahead and transition this over to the break scene now. And that's also my cue to throw up some music. So let's take a look-see. Alrighty, let me go ahead and throw that up there for everybody to see. Okay, so Team Welshie has 1, and Team Hazahen has 0. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, we're still doing the best of 2. Alright, so it can easily turn into a 1-1 rather than a 2-0. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and refill my teacup somehow with something, and I'll be back later to go ahead and cast the second game for today. Because it looks like we're taking a small little tiny break. So I might as well.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Okie dokie, folks, I'm back. And
10 seconds
the game is
remaining.
back. Alright, so
5
we're in for
seconds
game 2
remaining.
week 4 this today, in this session. Alrighty, so let's check this out. So this time on the Radiant side, it's going to be Team Stardust, and on the Dire side, it's going to be Team Welshi again. But the only difference this time around is that
Radiant
Gree,
Team
Welshi, and
ban.
Rob Boss are all going to be together with Cat Chef and Mid or Feed. Kind of feel like I know that name somewhere. But Team Radiant is going to be with Stardust,
10
like I
seconds
mentioned
remaining.
before, with Wolf 210, B-Jack Honeydew,
Dire
Satan,
Team
and Halzahan.
Radiant team pick.
Okay. So again, Stardust and everybody else, Team Stardust went with is the classic no axe, no panda brew. Well, on the Dire side with Team
10
Welshi, they're going to go
seconds
ahead and
remaining.
opt for taking out the OD and the Mars.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
All right. So first pick going to Stardust will be the Spirit Breaker. So that's how it kind of felt like they were opening last time around.
Radiant team pick.
All right. In comes the in comes the Lich. Not picked often, but when it is picked, it can be very impactful at times.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
So the Death Prophet not being banned out in this phase from last game
10
now makes it on
seconds
through and
remaining.
gets not instantly, but gets a second pick
5
for
seconds
Team
remaining.
Stardust. Huh. Okay, this is intriguing.
Radiant team
So you can
ban.
run Death Prophet in the off lane or in the mid. Underlord being picked up from Team Welshi. So it looks like Welshi got his hero. Satan has been threatening to uninstall Dota 2 if he's not with Welshi or another player.
10 seconds remaining.
I am really happy that
5
Satan did
seconds
not take
remaining.
away his Dota. And for those a little confused, Satan is Jamie. I just have him labeled differently in my profiles. Kind of helps
Dire
me
team
remember
ban.
people.
Radiant team ban.
No Juggernaut, no Monkey King. That makes me sad. So you're most likely going to get
10
the rest of
seconds
the
remaining.
general core carries being banged
5
out.
seconds remaining.
From the looks of things. But everybody's hero pool is different.
Dire team ban.
Intriguing.
Radiant team ban.
Very intriguing. I feel like these are very player-specific bans when it comes from the Radiant side of Team Stardust.
10 seconds remaining.
On the Dire side, it kind of feels more like meta.
5 seconds remaining.
Like, the only one that stands out to me that isn't technically meta is the Ursa, even though Ursa's been
Dire
picked quite a
team
bit in the NA region.
Dire team pick.
No Skywrath Mage
Radiant
and no
team
AA.
pick.
Alchemist.
Aha. Okay. This still frees this still not the general. This still opens up the possibility of Troll Warlord being picked up anywhere.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I don't feel Troll Warlord's a bad pick here. Well, I mean, like, not in, I mean in this phase, not in this instant pick. So it kind of relies on this general pick right here on the 3, because it'll give us a little bit more information of whether or not Death Prophet's going to be ran as a 2 or ran as a 3. Because Spirit Breaker is most likely going to be played as a 4 in this game, unless Hell's Ahead picks him up. Which is also kind of funny, because Team Stardust is with a minimum of 2 carry players in Jack Honeydew and Stardust.
Dire team pick.
Slog.
Ooh. That's actually a very fun pick to choose. In Slark. You only have one true actually... let's see, let me count.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see here. Gaze.
Radiant team pick.
Pit of
Keeper
Malice.
of the light.
You got the Silly Flask. You got the... Well, slow's not really a disable. So you really got three disables of sorts on the side of the Radiant. On the Dire side. Jesus. This is what happens when you're trying to cast on a hot day and you forgot to turn on your AC. And the AC is kind of busted too. So anyways, Keeper of the Light is picked up, which is going to be a massive nuisance for Slark. Oh boy. You know, that's one of those things when you take a look at Oracle and then Alchemist that and then you got Slark on top of that. Oh boy. I mean, holy cow.
Radiant team
yeah.
ban.
So no Ember, no Leshrac. I feel like there's gonna be... Okay, if you're the Dire side, I would really suggest to ban out Razor. Or pick up
10
Razor.
seconds remaining.
Or something. Just don't let the Radiant
5
have the
seconds
Razor.
remaining.
Because
Dire
that's
team
just going to
ban.
be very bad news for you guys. Oh, no Void Spirit. Okay, so they're trying to give Death Prophet a really good laning phase? Like, get rid of the razor and pick up Quap?
10
No.
seconds remaining.
You need a lane dominator.
5 seconds remaining.
This is something that can really slow down the death profit, so Viper would be a good choice. Well, other than one entire, like, life siphon, so. Still. Would you really need a Viper, though? Because you have an Alchemist. It really, really goes ahead and just forces the Alchemist to be the one if you pick up a Viper. Because at that point, you really need to get a different kind of... So you kind okay. So
Radiant team pick.
okay, they got rid of the Zeus, right? Which opens up to you getting the Razor if your team Stardust, or you can pick up the Viper. Who else can you pick up here? You can pick up as a 1, because generally you can run Death Prophet as a 2, not as a 3 at this point with the Spirit Breaker, and you'd be fine.
10 seconds remaining.
You can pick up
5
Morphling,
seconds remaining.
Morphling. Yeah, Morphling's okay in this as a mid hero. But then you run into the issue of
Dire
who gets
team
farm
pick.
priority when you have a Slack on there.
Spirit.
Aha. Okay. That is more of a, I wouldn't say an even distribution, but more of a clear, more clearly balanced
10
gold
seconds
distribution,
remaining.
as opposed to having Morphling in the middle, where it's kind of
5
like
seconds remaining.
he may end up getting all the farm in the game. All right, so you really have like a few choices you can figure out. You can go ahead and sack your game for an AM, or oh god, that's a Ricky. Alrighty, so we're gonna have a mid Ricky, I believe. We got Welshi on the Underlord, who's gonna be in the off lane. There is Cat Chef on the Lich. We got Shove, who is mid or feed, on Coddle, which means Gree's gonna be playing the Alchemist. And I believe Gree's gonna be carrying this game at the 1 position. Which also leads to, on the team of Stardust, we have Beat Jack Honeydew on the Slark. Stardust is going to be on the Prophet. We got Helzen on the Spirit Breaker, with Jamie on the Oracle, leaving Wolf 210 on the Storm Spirit.
10 seconds remaining.
So if I was to go ahead and lane this out in quote-unquote proper
5
order, we got Beat Jack
seconds
Honeydew
remaining.
being paired up with Jamie Stardust, with Helzen in the off lane, and 210 in the middle. So Rob Boss is either mid or the safe, or going to be the safe lane, and then we got Gree being whatever. Going to be the opposite of what's going to happen. So who has the better matchup in mid? I believe that will be the Alchemist. So you're going to be asking Gree to play the mid hero in this game. Damn, that's a really cool Lich set. I like that. I forgot if I have that. I don't think I do. Hot tea. TTT is always very good. Nothing like having hot tea on a hot day. Am I right? So we're still waiting on the load in. There we go. Well, that's a fun set with a hair. I like that. And then we got Camel Coddle. I can't think of a wittier. Keeper of the Camels. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, so check this out.
Prepare for battle.
Looking for me?
Alright, so it looks like she's going to be going for a Falcon Blade as her first item. The fluffy hat kind of gives that away, more or less. I mean, it's... Yeah. Because, like, chances of getting into a Holy Lock, it's not good. Orb of Corrosion doesn't make sense for her. You do have the Spirit Breaker, who can get the Orb of Corrosion as soon as that Orb of Venom is done. So they're... Oh, okay. So they're opting to have Gree over in the safe lane, while they're definitely leaving Rob Boss over here in mid. Oh, I see something neat. Very, very neat. It is nighttime, so what is happening? Rob Boss went up to mid to go ahead and check whether or not they had a ward. Technically, the tower can't see him because the vision's not right there. Okay. So, for those who are very, very interested in trying to figure out where that little trick came from, it would be by Jenkins. Because that's where I found it from. Jamie doesn't look like he's going to be surviving this at all. There's the first blood given to the Ricky. No. Yes. No. We got the first blood. Oh, they gave it to Cat Chef. Okay, cool. So it was the Ice Blast that did it. Alright, they got 1, 2, I believe. 2 runes. 1, 2. How's a hand? Coddle. Oh, so they got 3. 3 runes. That's very helpful for the alchemist. That is great news. Okay. So Wolf 210 and Rob Boss is going to be having at it again in this game. It always kind of feels like these two have some sort of rivalry. I'll say him using his best ability to really just go ahead and... Oh my, he really tried to do that. Oh, shove with a very, very fancy move right here.
There it goes.
Helping himself out by dragging that little medium camp over. And then Stardust showing up and be like, nah, we cutting this wave, brah. We're gonna go ahead and redo this and reset it to my liking. And all of that being said, we got Gree just chilling in the top lane,
Dire's top
farming
tower is
away as
under
if
attack.
nothing's happening. Oh, he misses 1 creep. Can he miss 2? Can he miss 2? He's gonna miss 2.
I want to die.
Nothing wrong with missing 2. Alright. Now let's see what's going on mid. Back here. Still battling between each other at the moment. Trying to see who is the quote-unquote better mid. He's going to go ahead and blink strike forward, but there is the Spirit Remnant right there to go ahead and counteract that. Blinking forward again, exposing his back to Rob Boss. You know. Is it the Tricks of the Trade or Blink Strike that does it? Okay, so... Yeah, that's what I figured. So the bonus damage from the Blink Strike is not from back damage, okay. From backstab. They always keep messing with him so much. Tricks of the Trade. Great little spell to go ahead and try to harass Wolf 210 out of the lane.
No. I saw that.
Kind of feels like if he gets caught right here, it would be over. So far with the 2-1-1 is not a really bad build. Like, some people prefer the 2-2-2, but... Oh, Static Remnant misses. Tricks of the Trade is there. He had to pop his Fairy Fire to go ahead and make sure that, you know, Rob Boss doesn't change his mind to go on him again. They're going to pop each other's salves and just relax on healing. Going for the last hits is Wolf 210. Not trying to take a risk on the salve cancel. It feels like Stardust and Hellson doesn't seem to be finding a grasp on this lane because, like, it keeps getting shoved out away. Oh. Wait. Huh. Okay. Oh, so that explains that. Okay, so they did have a good grasp on the lane. Right, so 8 denies. That's really, really good. But 14 last hits on the Alchemist. Ooh. That is a great little play right there. Unfortunately, that was all set up by Shove going in the wrong direction.
I've been
Being
wanting
able to
this.
go ahead and just give that wave
Start you.
an opportunity to be dragged. Arcane room. 4 minutes in, no bottle. And it just showed up. So that is unfortunate timing for Wolf 210, because he could have really used that for 2 rounds of bottle. Well, she's doing really good in this lane with Cat Chef. It seems like they're keeping the Slark more or less under check.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay. So they are trying to force this Slark out of lane, and they were able to go ahead and do so. But in the meantime, Halzahen and Stardust was able to go ahead and dive Alchemist to go ahead and get
Dire's
first
middle
blood.
tower is
I mean-
under attack.
Second blood. Oh boy. Just having one of those days. But they were also able to get the counter gank on. Not the counter gank.
Arms for the
A
dead.
return kill onto the Alchemist. So it's not too terrible, but I mean, net worth wise, oops. Well, it's a little inflated, but this is something that, as an alchemist, this is like good for you, in a sense. Like how inflated your net worth is. Over on the bottom lane, though, they were able to go ahead and finish off the job onto B-Jack Honeydew. Halzahen is not giving up on this charge. He really wants to go ahead and take Welshie out, but here's the Frost Armor to go ahead and make sure they can't do much afterwards. Jamie? I really felt like you could go ahead and throw your
Stupendous.
fortunes end to go ahead and take that off, but unless I'm not mistaken, is that it is dispellable, so you can go ahead and use that. And could have put more pressure on Welshie. So Stardust trying to go ahead and harass Shove out of the lane. But over in mid, do we have some action going up? Static Remnants? Not too much. So really the game plan at this point is to go ahead and try to really
What were the odds?
not miss kills at this point. Let's avoid missing kills. So Stardust went ahead and not swats, but probably most likely TP down here to go ahead and get the kill onto Welshie because he was so far up. There's a static remnant that does not hit. It keeps missing Rob Boss. So, man, I mean, Wolf 210 is just having a really tough time just nailing any of these remnants on the Ricky. Robots really likes to play Ricky mid, I guess. They're seeing B-Jack Honeydew over here, and they feel like they can go ahead and pressure him out of lane by just shoving in the tower. Which is something you really don't want to see when you're a Slark. It's just like 2 enemies in 2 waves. Oh, there you go. As I was speaking of that, Jamie figured it out.
Haste.
Or he probably did know, just didn't do it the last time around. But over in mid, they're going to go ahead and try to get the gank on the Ricky, but I guess that failed really badly. Like, Rob Boss just got away. Oop, there's a haste rune. They used Vortex, but Tricks of the Trade. Wolf 210 is a little vulnerable right here. Trick of the Trade is down, so if he decides to go ahead and jump on him, now would be the time. Well, all of that is down. No level 6 on the Slark just yet, but there is a level 6 Alchemist just farming away in the top lane in a safe, casual manner. Really pushed up, in my opinion. So when someone's in a position like that, you kind of sort of need to tell your teammates, hey, this guy is really, really up forward. I think we can go ahead and grab him. Alright, Exorcism is available on Stardust, so if they were to go ahead and do a counter push here to open up the map for themselves, now, I'm not saying now is the most excellent time, but I think it wouldn't be too bad, honestly, to go ahead and do that, because you do have a Slark on your team. By giving yourself some some time to go ahead and create some space, more or less. Puts less pressure on the Slark. And not only that, you need to go ahead and really put pressure on these towers. You want to go ahead and shrink this map so that way the alchemist over here isn't having so much fire. Okay. Wait. The exorcism hasn't even been used yet. And there we go. Down. Alright, now they're going to go ahead and use the exorcism. Okay. So now really your whole entire game plan revolves around pushing down a tower. Doesn't matter which one at this point. You just got to push one down. Just show up and kill it. You're not. You got like what? Ta-da.
Dire structures are fortified.
Okay, not that much time left, but you got to survive this. If you're able to do so. Oh no! The ghost will come back and help you live, and that's just unfortunate. All right. Ooh.
Radiant's middle tower
They were
is
able to
under
at least
attack.
pick up one. Oh, can Jamie do it in time? Yes, he's able to go ahead and get the regen in time, but gets canceled out immediately because of Raw Boss and the Blink Strike. He's trying to run under tower to go ahead and catch this Raw Boss out of position. He does dust him away. What does Wolf 210 go ahead and follow on in with the zip? With the Spirit Breaker charging on in. It looks like they're going to be able to go ahead and try to finish the job. No. Oh, yes, he does. Never mind. Oh, man. Talk about flames. The purifying flames was there just in time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A few seconds more and Ricky would have survived. Nothing queued up on the Alchemist, but I feel like a Radiance is in his future.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But really, that's not something you would really want. Thinking more Battle Fury. Oh, okay, so he has a Yasha, so probably Sanjin Yasha? So no Battle Fury. Or does he already have the components? Oh yeah, he does have the components, okay. So it looks like Sanjin, so it's either a Manta or an SNY. I really think SNY is going to be the better choice here. And which would probably lead to him figuring out what he needs to do afterwards. Well, they're going to try to Nether Strike while else you back under the tower. There's the smoke cloud. And they're able to go ahead and get the counter kill now.
Dire's top tower is under
Goes
attack.
ahead and just trying to run away. There is the Blink Strike. Man, that bulldoze is so friggin' cool. Alrighty, so we got some pressure being applied on the tower here.
Dire's top tower
And we also
is
got
under
another
attack.
tower being shoved in quite a bit.
Trust me, I know
Ooh,
how to handle
Radiant's
Arcane Rune.
bottom tower is
I think you
under
can go
attack.
ahead and get a lot of value out of this Arcane Rune if you just go ahead and just pop your Exorcism right away. And I don't mean to go ahead and take down this tower. This tower is almost done. So you either go, so you have like a small choice of going ahead and using your Exorcism, because Glyph is not available for the Dire. Once you go ahead and take down that tower, you go ahead and run back down to either the bottom lane or you run up top and go ahead and finish off the next
Tower is under
tower.
attack.
Alright, they really want to go ahead and get this, man. They're going to use a Solar Bind, keep Stardust in place, but that doesn't seem to be the case. While all of that is going on, Rob Boss goes down here on bottom, falls under the Sentry and just gets taken out by Wolf 210. So I think they're just going to go ahead and leave that mid tower alone just for the time being. And if you're going to go ahead and, well, at least you're going to go ahead and try to protect it, at least from James' point of view, which is good for the Radiant side.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
applying even more pressure. Oh, didn't use the Exorcism while he still had the Arcane Rune. Oh, that's going to hurt. Because that cooldown, it's not detrimental to the Death Prophet, but being able to go ahead and summon your Exorcism like a good 10-20 seconds earlier is a large help. Okay, Orchid being built on the Storm Spirit. I I feel it's okay if you can
Dire's
get it
middle
before the
tower
15-16 minute
has
mark, mainly for the fact
Radiant's
that
bottom tower
it takes
is under attack.
a bit of time to go ahead and grab a manta. Oh,
Radiant's
no,
bottom
that is very
tower
bad
has
news.
fallen.
Very, very bad news given that Gree is not that far away from a manta anymore. So you're now going to be focused purely on getting the Ricky. Alright, so they did take the mid tower and they took out Shove. Bottom tower is missing, so that was taken away. Elzahen trying to protect this illusion room to see if their storm spirit can take it. Hanging around to make sure no one else grabs it. Won't take it for himself. They're trying to tell his honeydew, like, lay off. Just a little bit. Because they all be heading up there. Which they are. But here comes the charge of darkness onto Cat Chef. Alright, there. Oh no, man. Well, she did a great job on
Dire's courier has
grabbing
been
the Spirit
slain.
Breaker with the Pit of Malice, and no, the courier. Anything about that. Anything. Oh no. That's just sadness.
Thank you, my beauties.
And it was the cute little cat, too. That is so unfortunate.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I feel like this is a really good game. You know, the Nether Strike isn't available for a little while. They don't have any more detection, or at least they didn't want to go ahead and try to waste more detection if they can't get him right away. Over on the top tower, they have the Pit of Malice being applied to Wolf 210, but can they go ahead and finish the job on Welsh? He does have Dark Rift, and Welsh trying to get out of there just in time, but unfortunately could not hit that R button fast enough. So we're going to go ahead and look at this alchemist in a board manner. And holy hell, he is already at 12, almost 13k net worth 16 minutes in. If he had a much better lane, it would actually be 16k at 16 minutes in.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Which meant if he didn't die, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, if he did not die and got maybe one more kill, that would have been very, very good for him.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Top tower has fallen.
Okay. So Slark is going to be TPing back in this area here on the bottom lane. We got Rob Boss scouting away. And he's scouting away under vision, so they do see him. Spirit Breaker is charging. He does have detection as well. There's a zip on in. They're using the Vortex. He's silent stuff, and they're going to go ahead and get the kill. A little bit more forward, and that poor Coddle would have actually been targeted on by Charge of Darkness. So, okay. So the Oracle is going to go ahead and try to get the Spirit Vessel. That's a great item to go ahead and grab, especially against an Alchemist. So, even better is that he's the perfect hero to carry that too. Okay, Orchid is there. I mean, like, as soon as they see that the Alchemist has a Manta, it is going to be nightmarish. A bit nightmarish for
Radiant's
the
middle tower is under
for Team
attack.
Stardust to go ahead and kill him. Because you need to go ahead and get that Manta popped, and you need to actually go ahead and get him silenced. And from there, it's all about trying to, you know, burn him down as quickly as possible. And you need a Spirit Vessel to really do that once it gets to level 2 or level 3.
Radiant's middle tower
An
is
urn
under
so far
attack.
is not it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it is like the best thing you can do. Let's see here, how much does Spirit Vessel do? Yeah. It's current health percentage wise. Alright, they smoked up. They're gonna zip on forward. They're gonna go ahead and caught him when he doesn't have his mana available. Oh, he's gonna go ahead and try to ulti, but he's gonna be going down anyways. They're trying to clean up anybody else that's laying around. Cat Chef did throw out the Chain Frost and was doing a lot of damage. Wolf 210 and Jamie had to walk away, but they're not gonna go ahead and let Welshie walk away either, or they're going to. Oh. I was kind of hoping for a larger dive there, just like completely go balls to the walls. But they got their target. They did get a second person out of it as well. So it doesn't make any more sense to dive their tier 3s and potentially tier 4s. Okay? Exorcism is already down. And they got a free TP out of all of that, I guess. Whose TP did you get? I don't know, but it might be theirs. Or did they give it to Stardust? I don't know either. So, the map is starting to shrink a little bit for the side of the Dire. You know, Team Welshie is not too concerned at the moment. I mean, they are farming relatively effective. Sorry, not relatively effective. Relatively efficient. So, they're okay there. You know. They just have to keep pushing these waves out a little bit more. And they're able to go ahead and get that space that green needs. I believe that what they cannot let happen is let this outer tier 1 tower go down without a fight. And the main reason I'm saying that, okay, is just hear me out, is that if this outer tier 1 tower goes down, that whole entire triangle now is explicitly like free reign for anybody to go in and just take. You know, you don't have control of that area anymore. Or at least as strong of a control on it. Because Wolf 210 went ahead and zipped on in. He does have dust applied to Raw Boss. He did summon some up, so down he went. Alrighty. Sanjin Yash is in the queue to be picked up and bought. So it's kind of up to the Ricky to figure out if it's necessary for him to abandon the Sanjin Yash and to just go ahead and grab himself a Manta. Because that's the scary part right now. Like, whomever Wolf 210 jumps on at this very moment is going to be the biggest
Dire's middle
annoyance.
tower is under attack.
Oh, Jamie dropped the sentry a little too late. So we do have Hell's Ahead recognizing that this tower needs to go down. As soon as this tower goes down, you can go ahead and start invading this whole entire triangle area and just start taking over their camps. Just drop like a sentry here, put an observer ward over here, and we're good to go. Because you can see who's there. Alright, it looks like Jamie's going to be sacrificing himself right here because he's trying to get his Wolf 210 out of there. Finally does go down when he has 4 heroes on top of him.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So it kind of feels like, you know, that was a worthy sacrifice. The Orchid is available. They can go ahead and zip on in whomever and take care of him. Big Jack Honeydew, on the other hand, basically, he does have his Silver's Edge completed, so he's looking for his BKB at this point. Do you really want to go further into that area is the question. If you do, you kind of sort of want to do it under the under the guise of a smoke and with help from your teammates. And when you have the whole entire team diving you,
Radiant structures are fortified.
feels bad, man. 3 is being charged. They're using the Shadow Blade. They're gonna go ahead and just zip on through into the back line and catch out this poor Coddle. Was gonna be caught out because they just went ahead and killed both Wolf 210 and they killed Bijak Honeydew. Oh no, Jamie running away as fast as he possibly can. He had to go ahead and try to do something. Oh no, that's a team wipe. And it is 9k at 23 minutes.
Radiant structures are
not terrible, but holy hell. I mean, ouch. Like, Fate's Edict is great because like it's gonna stop whomever from hitting you, but like it can only do so much. You know, it's just like those towers got shredded. So that was a really good comeback so far from the Dire team. You know, and like I don't want to be
Radiant's middle tower is
incredibly
under
mean,
attack. Radiant's
but
middle tower has fallen.
I mean, you take a look at this Alchemist and no AA available.
Double damage.
It's going to be tough to just take him down a bit, but it's not entirely impossible. But here comes the Spirit Breaker with the Charge of Darkness. They're going to go activate the BKB. Out comes the Rod of Ados to go ahead and keep this Death Prophet there. Oh, are they going to go ahead and use what? Oh, there's the Fortune's End.
Under attack.
Okay. They're going to go ahead and silence up on 3. Going to go ahead and use Siphon. Exorcism is running around. Out comes the Flask. They're going to go ahead and use the Rod of Ados just one more time. There's the Pit of Malice to keep it in place. So that's the finish down the Stardust. So False Promise was applied to the Death Prophet for a bit and kept her alive. But I think it was used a little bit too early. As soon as they recognized the False Promise, they just went ahead and turned her around and was like, hello, Jamie, you're now our lunch. Because now it's spiraling severely out of control.
Zip zap.
It looks like B-Jack Honeydew is trying to find a way to keep himself in this game by split pushing. Trying to keep the lanes shoved out so that way they're no longer on their side of the map, at least for that lane. Try to do it as safely as possible.
Arms for the dead.
It kind of feels like we got this Rob boss trying to make his Manta now, shall we? So B-Jack Honeydew does recognize they got Rob Boss here. He's going to use the Trick of the Trades to go ahead and avoid it. But the zip on in and double dust with under the Sentry. They're going to go ahead and make sure he gets another struck back into place. And if I'm not mistaken, oh, another strike does give... Okay, that is the shards there. Okay. Ooh, night vision. Okay, that's really good. It is nighttime, so that's what helped him out with grabbing that Ricky a bit. Ooh, they committed a lot of resources for that Ricky kill, so they better get something out of it, because they wasted 2 dusts, because they overlapped each other at the same time, and they dropped a Sentry to boot. And that was a mistake on B-Jack Honeydew's part, because he just accidentally used his dust. So whoopsies. Yikes. Let's see. Let's see here. BKB Ags in the quick buy. Finishing up the BKB. Almost there as well. Does have the Spirit Vessel done, so that can help them with the team fight. They just can't take one more bad team fight. Let's see. Aether Lens is there. Spirit Breaker, nothing in the moment. They are evacuating the area as best as they can. Alright. If they had a ward right there, well, she could have seen him and been like, yep, you're not getting away, Pit of Malice, done, game over. But it feels like Rob Boss is like trying to call out a Roche here. Because they feel like they can do it. You know? He does have his Chemical Rage available. They're going to go ahead and try to take this Roche. I'm not entirely sure if the Radiant have figured out that the Roche is being taken right now. You have AC and Basher. I'm like, oh boy.
Roshan has fallen to the
Right,
ground.
Aegis is going to be
Dire's
picked up by
top
Rob
tower is
Boss.
under attack.
And they're going to go ahead and walk away from all of this and try to hide as best as they possibly can. They do not want an engagement with this team whatsoever. They're pinging out Wolf 210. He feels like he's being chased down, because he was. So they're going to go ahead and try to
Dire's
get away
top
from each other.
tower is
Stardust
under attack.
instantly TPing away. We got Helzahan playing the trees, so that way Shove doesn't expose him to the map and get gone on.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So it's very scary right now for Team Stardust against Team Welshi. Because, well, first off, you got a whole entire, like, 4 or 5 people barreling down on you. With an Alchemist who has AC and Basher at before the 29-minute mark.
Radiant's bottom
And he didn't
tower
even
is
pick up
under
Aegis.
attack. Dire's top
'Cause they gave it to
tower is
Rob
under
Boss.
attack.
Who has Manta as well. And not entirely
Radiant's
sure what he's
bottom
going to be in this
tower
quick
has
buy at this point. Like
fallen.
maybe BKB, I would imagine. They have everything being pushed down right now.
Dire's
It's
top
not a good
tower
feeling
has
right now.
fallen.
It's like whenever that
Radiant's
exorcism
bottom tower is under
is
attack.
being used, Team Welshi starts backing away, trying to kite Stardust into a really bad position. There's Fortune End to go ahead and disroot. Alright, there's the Pit of Malice to go ahead and get Honeydew in place. Oh no. Rabas dove real hard and died almost immediately. BKB is on Wolf 210. They're trying to keep Rabas in place. He's going to go ahead and Blink Strike away. And throughout all of this, the tier 3 was taken down. They're using the False Promise and V-Jack Honeydew to keep him alive. Can he stay alive is the question. He does have his BKB, so yep. Alright.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Talk
Radiant's
about
bottom barracks are under
ouchies.
attack.
It kind of started looking good, and then it
Radiant's
started
bottom
looking bad,
barracks have
and
fallen.
then it turned into disaster.
Radiant's middle tower
They
is under
claimed the
attack.
Aegis once, which is the good news. The bad
Radiant's
news
middle
was
tower
they
has
couldn't
fallen.
kill the hero a second time.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
And they
attack.
had to give up. Oh, there's the Pit of Malice. They're going to use the Rod of Aegis. He's selling stuff a bit right now, B-Jack Honeydew. Oh, and he's going to be brought right back into the whole entire fight because of the gaze. And they're calling it, ladies and gentlemen,
Radiant's
and
middle
non-binary.
barracks have
It is going to be a GG well
Radiant's
played.
middle tower is under attack. Victory.
So, it kind of looks like Team Welshi is going to be taking a 2-0 this week. Okay. Alrighty, so it's a 2-0 this week for Team Welshi. And let me see if I can actually find the leaderboards this week. Give you guys a quick update on the leaderboards. I'll go ahead and play some music. I believe I am told I was given instructions on how to find that. Okay. So let me go ahead and see if I can find this. Alright, there it is. I think. Oh, no. Nope, that's not what I want to do either. Yeah, I'm just having one of those days today. Oops. What is going on? Aha, finally did it. Okay. All right, given that this particular league is quite large, I'm gonna go ahead and try to exit this out real fast so I can go ahead and pull this up here so we can see what is actually going on in the league. Alrighty, so check this out. Alright, so everybody kind of sort of has their own stuff going on right now. So, as we see right now, on the leaderboard positions, okay, we got Dre Meg up top with 8 matches and 8-1. So 100%, 20 points. Naya's in second, Coach Sun is in third, GSP is in fourth, Jamokin is in fifth, as you can see. And Jamokin is 548, so he has 14 points at the moment, which leads to the bottom portion of the top 10. And we have more or less a tie for last place-ish for the like, oh, not last place-ish, more like starting from the 8th position down to the 11th spot. Satan on Dota, I believe that is Jamie. So these players right here, we have a 4-way tie for 8th place through 10th. All right. And then let's see here. We got 18 Cowl right here at 10 points. All right, because Satan is at a 50% win rate at the moment. A 60% win rate at Geomancer, even though he has played only 5 matches. So something tells me Satan is going to be jumping that, even though he has a lower win percentage. Okay, so from 6 down to 10, we got HOD, Kingdom of One, Ben the Baron, Mittens, Geomancer, and Satan, also known as Jamie. So I did that right. We got our top 10 with an 11th person in the top 10 due to ties as our leaderboards. So these aren't up to date, if I'm not mistaken. Or actually, I think it is up to date. Anyways. So I believe this is how the leaderboards are going to be held up for right now. And we're going to see what happens in the next upcoming weeks, okay? So that's your update on the leaderboards for your top 10-ish players of the league. And we have a total of about 23-ish or so. Anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and throw out a different sign right now. Not a sign, but like a different message on the here. So congratulations to the players on Team Welshie. You were able to go ahead and survive for a bit. Okay. Which also means this cast is over. So let me just go ahead and put up a goodbye message. Alrighty. Which also gives me an opportunity to go ahead and relax for a little while before I have to do something else for the rest of the day. So the chances of me chances of me doing anything else later today or streaming is very unlikely to happen. So, anywho's, I'll see all of you a little bit later. And if I am going to be doing some streaming later, it's probably going to be something really chill. Something relaxing. So, see you guys later. Stay safe.